Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm on today with my makes that I've been making with the 31 Days of Easy Peasy Painty Papers, the series that is following Bettsy Doodle's beginner's guide. I'm going to take you back to day 12 because I had missed that one out. I had hoped to get some polystyrene and to be making a homemade stamp, but I never got any, so I thought I'd try foam, fun foam, which Dee had also mentioned, but she did say polystyrene gave better results. Anyway, I've made this stamp here just with the fun foam, and I drew on the flowers. This wee flower didn't turn out at all. I didn't see any prints of that one. This one I got a few prints of, and this spiky flower definitely showed up the best. So all I did was draw that on with Biro and kind of etched it into the fun foam. And here's the results. This one I used peacock coloured metallic paint from Poundland. I got quite a bit of unintentional dendritic prints in this one as well. But I love dendritic prints anyway, so it didn't bother me. You can see the loopy flower there slightly, and again the loopy flower, the spiky flower here, spiky here, spiky flower here. So it didn't really give a clear image, but definitely more spiky flowers in all three papers that I've done. So I quite like this one though. Next one, first of all, I had done the yellow, and I couldn't see the flowers in that at all. So then I did neon pink over the top, and I got a few flowers, but not very clear at all. So I thought I'll try black, and you can definitely pick them out better with the black. There's that kind of loopy flower there, and the spiky flowers. There's quite a few spiky flowers in black here. Spiky flowers. So that was my second attempt. That's it. And the third one, I like my third one. It's a kind of purpley paper. Oh, white paper with purple paint from B&M and the purple glitter paint from B&M as well, and black. See, you can see the kind of spiky flower better than this one. There are definitely quite a few spiky flowers there. So that was day 12. So that was the only painted papers that I had to catch up on, because from day 26 onwards it was making different projects with your painted papers. So day 26 is borders. You might have seen my last video, I'd showed you this border that I'd already made. I've got a few more to show you. I've got this green one, using the same stamp. I'm stamping this Hero Arts, it's an old stamp, on top of the painted paper, and drawing round the loops with a black Sharpie pen. And then the more kind of spiky one, and there's another spiky one. This one I used this Francoise collection from Stampendous, this kind of oriental style stamp, and this was done in the day that I was doing the embossing folders. It was also, you could do either textured wallpaper that I didn't have, or run your card through the embossing. So this card I'd ran a bit of card through my butterfly embossing folder, and then I painted up the embossing folded card bit, the card that I'd ran through the embossing folder, and printed it on my paper. It didn't really give clear butterflies, but it's quite nice as a border with just the purple, touches of purple. And there's the more loopy one. There's not so much purple on that. That was the end of the paper. And last one is this one. Yeah, which was the embossing folders again, run through a card and printed on black with metallic paint. This was a kind of cogwheel steampunk style one. It didn't really pick it up really well, but I've used the same stamp, this one here, to stamp on it, Journey. And there's a kind of swirly stamp on it as well. Right, so that was borders. Day 27 is making simple lollipop flowers. I like these. This was the first one I tried. I've only got one of these. This was the paper that I made with the washable pens. You scribble on a bit of acetate. You put the two acetates together, squish it about with a bit of water, and then print on your paper. This didn't give a very clear pattern because of the colours I used. So I also used a crackle stamp that I've had for a while as well. There's no make on that stamp, so. And what you do is you cut out 3 different sizes of card, and I've cut out a paper button. You put the black Sharpie around the edges of them to make the layers stand out, and you just kind of work the paper circles like that to kind of break down the fibres and make it kind of give it more shape than a completely flat flower would. Then the paper button with a wee bit of thread through it. These were also made with that butterfly embossing folder print. Got 3 of these ones from the bubble wrap print. That was day 3. And I think this pair's my favourite ones. Only got 2 out of these because I've already used the rest of the card to make a greetings card. So I quite like these lollipop flowers. So day 29 was just to make a simple wee notepad. So I just used half of the A5 dendritic print paper that I'd made, just the red one, the kind of copper coloured metallic paint from Poundland, I think it was. I cut out a kind of rose gold metallic heart, and from the heart is a Tim Holtz sticker. So that just made a nice wee notelet just to put in with Happy Mail or something like that. So that was day 27. Day 28 is decorative tapes. So all it is strips. Cut your cards into strips and put tape, sticky back tape down on the other side, and you just use them like you would use washi tape, just to decorate cards and stuff. It's nice. I used, this is the sponge, the round sponge print with gold metallic paint. So I've made a few, I've done a few different, this one's wider, you could do this, do it whatever wood you want. I've also made some with the dendritic print. This was the dendritic printing with acetate. This set I've also made a nice embellishment for Handmade by Abbigale's. Her challenge was to make handmade embellishments, so I've used this in one of her cards, one of her embellishments. And the last lot is using the washable markers again, but this one was a different one, different shades. This was, you scribble onto acetate and then activate the pens with water, squish them together, and you get a nice print, something like this. You never know what totally it's going to turn out like, but I quite like this one. That's day 28. Day 29 is, oh, I've messed up here. Day 28 is the decorative tapes. Day 29 is the note cards that I've already shown you. Day 30 is ATCs. Now I've made 2 ATCs, and I've used the same washable, the washable pen technique that I was telling you about with the borders here. Not the borders, the decorative tapes for the background, and I've just chose a selection of different stamps and stamped them out. Oh, quite like these ATCs. So let me know what your favourite makes that I've made. So that brings us up to day 31. Now, I've not done day 31 yet. It's an art book or notebook made up with painty papers. I will need to do some more painty papers, as I've done most of my painty papers on cardboard, and I want to use paper in the art book, notebook style thing. And I'm also waiting on a needle so I can sew it at the spine. So I've also got a few more projects to show you as well, using more painty papers, and also using Happy Mail. If you remember, I had challenged myself to, by the end of January, to make as many projects as possible with the Happy Mail that I received throughout December. Now, I haven't managed to make something with every piece of Happy Mail, but I did manage to do at least 2 projects per person. So I thought that was a good attempt. So first off, we've got some twinches, which is 2-inch pieces of art. Now the flower sequins, I got a bag of these flower sequins from Mellis Makes, and the tiny wee gems was gifted to me by Kate Fletcher. I've used this Anna Griffin punch to punch out the butterflies, and I've used Tim Holtz word stickers. Oh, I thought they were quite nice. I quite like doing a stitched border as well. Whereas I usually do a stitched border, but I've just used a doodle border on my ATC cards. I don't usually do that kind of border because I find it harder to control. So remember these twinches, 2 inch by 2 inch squares. Woolly Steph has got a challenge on at the moment that I've already told you, but I'm just going to remind you now, and I'll link the video that I've already sent her 2 twinches, so I'll link that video, and if you've missed that you can go and see that. You can also see a loaded envelope that I've made with day 1 of the Painty Paper series. So I'll link that video down below, and if you want to enter Steph's challenge, you've still got plenty of time. Hers is on to the 14th of March, so plenty of time to enter, and you've got to send her 2 twinches, and send her more if you want. Two for an entry, whatever style you like. And she's got 2 fabulous crafty prizes, 2 bundles of fabulous crafty prizes. So I also have some nice embellishments that I've made. And this is using the dies that I was gifted by Janet Kay. This all came all the way from America. So I've used my Painty papers. This was the day I'd used a knife and fork, a plastic knife and fork, to make this background. And I've matched it up with some papers from Changing Seasons. The Changing Seasons pad that I got a while back from Poundland. So this branch came with the birthday stamp, birthday die as well. So, and I've made another 2 embellishments as well with the same Painty papers and the same dies. And these are vellum stickers that I've had in my stash for a while. So I'll remind you as well that Handmade by Abbigale has got an embellishment challenge on as well. So her challenge is, I think it's up to the middle of February if I mind right, and it's a PayPal of £20 for the winner. So it's worth entering that as well. And it's all she's asking for is 3. She's asking for 3 embellishments. Any kind of embellishments that you choose. Could be 3 of these flowers. Whatever. But it's worth a go. And as it's until the middle of February, you've still got time. I'll link my entry that I had sent to. I'll link that video down below as well if you've missed that. You want to go and have a look at that as well. There's a Painty paper loaded envelope from day 1 and that as well. Okay, so that's all I've got to show you just now, and I hope to be back soon. I'm hoping to make a jelly plate soon to follow the February jelly series that Bettsy Doodle's doing. So I hope you can join me next time. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you. Bye bye.